Well, the bushfire emergency in Queensland has turned deadly as police investigate the discovery of a body in the Western Downs region. Residents in towns such as Tara, Wieambilla and Kogan have been warned to evacuate now before it becomes too dangerous to leave. Already, multiple buildings have been destroyed. Others remain at risk as well. For the latest on the situation, Queensland Fire and Emergency Services State Commander Operations, Peter Hollier, joins me now. Thanks for your time, Peter. What can you tell us, just the emergency side of things, first of all? Where are residents advised to be leaving now or figuring out their plan?
Okay, so certainly the areas of Tara and as you quite rightly said earlier, Cypress Gardens, Millmerran area are certainly the areas of greatest concern across the over 100 fires we have right across the whole of the Queensland landscape. That southwestern area of the state is of certainly highest risk with extreme fire weather coming in this afternoon. So we're providing advice in relation to where residents should be considering, leaving early, follow the advice that's provided. The fire behaviour certainly was very high overnight, a lot of activity overnight, and that'll continue right through today, right until tomorrow.
Yeah, and so the continuing danger there, I mean, how many days are we looking at in terms of how long this could last for, and any relief in terms of the weather and any moisture?
We're not even into summer yet. We're experiencing quite warm temperatures currently. There will be a change in the wind direction with a front coming through. It's anticipated that the wind will change from the south, and that will have an influence on the direction of the fire overall. So we're still going to see some challenging times, even if we do have some respite in the weather. That will be short-lived, as you can appreciate, moving into next week. The temperatures again will be hot, it'll be dry and windy. The wind has certainly been the major factor that we've had that have been driving these fires. And as your footage shows, the intensity is quite extreme. We're working tirelessly, and our firefighters have been working tirelessly for a number of weeks now. And if you look at that southwestern area, even since the last fire season we had late last year, into the early parts of this year and right through the majority of this year, the fire activity in that southwestern region has continued. And of course, as we move into the summer period, I can't see that the Bureau forecast is looking favourable as we move into greater increase of temperatures. The storms that have been forecast, whilst it would be nice to see some rain, the storm rain is always hit and miss as to where that occurs in the quantity that we get. So we're not looking at a very good situation, particularly for today and tomorrow. We'll have to see what that storm activity brings us.
Okay, yeah, and of course it can come with lightning strikes. Queensland's a bit different, so your fire season in the far north starts in July, and sort of the lower down you get, the later it gets. And the other issue for Queensland has been, some of the eastern states had a long period of La Nina with a lot of rainfall, and it means it's not dried out a lot of it totally yet, even though we're into El Nino now. But in Queensland, in particular parts of the west, didn't see a lot of that heavy rain. So it's a lot drier than the rest of the country. That must be a concern.
And of interest this year in particular is the fire season has actually started in that southwestern area. You're talking about traditionally we have the fires up in the far north. This year it started from that southwest and it's progressing up to the north. As late as last week and into this week, there are fires up around the Atherton Tablelands. We got a fire of quite significance out around Mount Isa. But of course, the major fire activity we've got is definitely in that southwestern area. Yeah,
that's meant to be sort of more in sync, the usual fire season with the rest of the eastern states as well. So it's come earlier. Appreciate your time today. All the best, Peter. Thank you.